Hey guys, I'm IzDaisho and I'm here bringing you some magic, and today I'm going to bring you RTR Draft 7, and I know it's been a really long time and I apologize for that. It's been like 2 weeks since I uploaded the last game in this match, but anyway, this is RTR Draft 7 and I am in the finals, and this is game 3. So my opponent leads off with a pretty nice start. He plays a Centaur's Herald into a Sunspire Griffin on 3. He didn't have anything on 2, and unfortunately I miss a couple of land drops. So that's really not looking good for me, especially since my opponent is starting off so aggressively, and I'm just so far behind right now. But yeah, I end up just discarding an Armory Guard, I believe. I guess it would have been okay, but there's probably a lot of stuff I could do. Sorry if that was really loud. My phone just vibrated and it was on my desk, where my microphone is. But luckily here I do draw the forest that I need to actually get going and start playing this game. So I'm definitely a little far behind, but hopefully not too far. So anyway, I'm going to play a Wayfaring Temple here. And it's not too impressive at just a 1-1 right here, so I'm definitely not going to be able to block or anything. But I mean, it's just the beginning of a comeback, because if I can get that in and populate something, like if I have Eyes in the Skies at instant speed or whatever. But anyway, he's going to play another Sunspire Griffin here, and he's got 2 mana out, but I really can't afford to play around like a Giant Growth or a Swift Justice or something like that. So anyway, I'm going to play a Call of the Conclave first main phase, and then attack in. Oh no, and then I'm going to play a Centaur's Herald. Yeah, and then I'm going to play Centaur's Herald, I think. And then that'll make it so that he can't really block with his Sunspire Griffin. So I guess he probably wasn't expecting me to play 2 creatures on 3 mana. So he could just chump block with his Sunspire Griffin, but that's not really great for him either. Because then he just loses a creature, and then he still has to deal with the Wayfaring Temple, which is just going to get bigger next turn when I play more creatures. So he needs to really find an actual way to deal with that, or play like a Collective Blessing. So if he had Collective Blessing right here, I'm just like, yeah, I know I'm going to lose if he does that. But sometimes you have to, I mean, you can't play around everything. So I just had to hope that he didn't have that, and then I might have been okay. But anyway, it is looking pretty good for me, because all he's got is a few creatures, and looks like he's going to ship in with everyone, and I'm just going to trade off one of my Centaurs that I just made. I don't really want to take too much damage here. I'm already down to 9 to his 17, so I need to stabilize the board before I can really win. And he's just going to play tap 6 mana. I'm like, oh god, this is going to be the Collective Blessing, but it turned out to just be a Courser's Accord. So, I mean, I say just be a Courser's Accord because compared to a Collective Blessing, it's nowhere near as good, but it still leaves me in a bad position where I have to deal with both of these Centaurs. So even if I do play a creature, or here's what happens, I end up playing a creature first main phase, I believe. And then I decide to attack in with my Centaur and my Wayfaring Temple, which might have been a mistake, because then that basically means that he's able to, or do I even attack here? Oh no, sorry. I don't. Oh yeah, I do attack. Okay, sorry. Never mind. So I'm just gonna play Centaur Healer here. Go back up to 12, which is really good for me. I need to just gain some life in this race, otherwise I'm just gonna lose to the Flyers. And the fact that I went up to 9 is pretty good. So I end up shipping in with both those guys. And the thing is, if he just double blocks with a Centaur on Centaur and Centaur on Wayfaring Temple, then I just lose both creatures, and that would put me so far behind. I mean, like, we would trade off both of them, but I really don't want to lose my Wayfaring Temple here. The thing is, my opponent probably should have realized that I knew that when I made the attack. So all I have to do is just Giant Growth, and if I Giant Growth my Centaur, then I don't even lose any of the creatures. So that just puts him so far behind, because I basically just traded my Giant Growth for his Courser's Accord. So he's going to need to come up with something bigger now in order for him to actually stand a chance at winning this game. So I still have 4 power in the Wayfaring Temple at least, and 2 Centaurs, and that's just pretty good for me. But my opponent is going to have another amazing turn. He's going to play a Call of the Conclave into a Growing Ranks. So obviously that is it's pretty scary for me, but I still have a pretty good turn myself. So he decided not to attack with anything. I guess he really just doesn't want to get hit by that Wayfaring Temple again. And that means that I have some decisions to make. I don't have any more Giant Growths or anything like that, so I can't just attack and hope for the best. But I do have some sort of instant combat tricks because, I mean, basically, if you have any way to put creatures onto the battlefield at instant speed, when you have a Wayfaring Temple, then you basically have combat tricks. So he just decides to chump block my Wayfaring Temple, and I'm not sure why he decided to now when he hadn't before, but I'm just going to play a Keening Apparition and then sacrifice it to get rid of his Growing Ring. So that puts me in a much better position because now he's not populating every turn. But then he decides to play his Collective Blessing. I don't know if he just drew that or if he had it for a while, but I assume he just picked it up. And I'm just like, again, oh my god, this is just not a good situation for me. So he's going to attack in with his Sunspire Griffin, and I have no blockers, but luckily I do have a Druid's Deliverance, and I'm just going to be able to play that. And it doesn't kill his creature, but it does give me another Centaur. So now I have a ton of creatures, and all he's got is that one Centaur back to block. So even if I just attack in with everything, all he can do is just trade off from my Wayfaring Temple and take 9. It's really not a good position for him. So he's just gonna end up blocking, and I'm gonna, I think, just play. Yeah, I'm gonna play my Eyes in the Skies to get another Centaur, a bird, and make my guy a little bit bigger. For some reason, I decided to leave a white there instead of green. I guess make him think that I had Swift Justice and not a Giant Growth, but it didn't really matter. So now he's at 2, I'm at 12, so I'm very much in the driver's seat here. I even have a blocker for his bird token, so that's pretty good. So he's just going to attack in here, and I'm just going to jump block. And for some reason, he's going to play a Chorus of Might, but that'll be the game. So I managed to win this draft, and I hope you guys enjoyed RTR drafting, and I'll be back for some Gatecrash drafting pretty soon. So have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.